All right, guys, I kind of already started, but we're gonna get this engine torn out of the truck tonight. Got the engine all ready to go, ready to put in. I got most of the front end tore apart, and I'll show you guys that in a second. And then we're about ready to take it out. All we have to do now is basically unbolt the trans and pull it out. So you guys will see that now. All right, we're getting this all torn out now. Got all the front end basically out. We're almost ready to pull this thing out. We just have to unbolt a couple of things. And yeah. Good?
The front still good?
Yeah.
My side is good.
Right now I'm just unbolting the flex plate from the torque converter. And I got this pretty cool tool that Dustin lent me. Let's see here. Let me try to get it.
You won't be able to pull it out with your other wrench.
And so that just basically holds it so that you can get a wrench on it and put some torque on it. So these are,
Turns it over easy.
yeah.
Should be the last one. So.
Finally, the last guy. This is old dirty girl under here.
But like I'm saying, I don't really care, dude. I don't need to.
I'm gonna drop that in there. It's a little close.
Just take your socket and. Oh, what is it? Need to move it a little?
Got it.
Okay, now this moves without that.
Oh, nice.
See?
Yeah.
So that means that the motor is no longer attached to the transmission.
Right.
It is the bell housing,
Mm-hmm.
but if you start the engine, nothing's gonna you're not gonna go anywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? All those 6 bolts hold all the power. Think about that.
Wow.
That's weird.
That's crazy that those little guys do that.
That's why I just got the 12-volt converter in the drag truck and shit. Because we hit lock up and they'll shear all those bolts right off. So one day when your truck's way cool,
yeah,
then you need a 12-volt converter.
Okay.
This could be a 12-volt
So
converter
that's what
that
you're
Randy builds.
talking about when you talk about a 12-volt converter.
Yeah. And this could be one that Randy built for you,
Mm-hmm.
but we only using 6 of the bolt holes. And we'll find out when we get the trans off, or the truck off.
Yeah.
The motor off of the trans.
Right.
I'm not 100% sure. But, yeah.
Would put in 12. Okay, got the truck in the air. Now we're gonna start unbolting the transmission. So that's the fun part. So let's get that sucker going.
Get the old 4-wheeler out.
I guess it's summertime now, so I guess we should be good with the 4-wheeler.
Might be cheaper to buy a razor and drive it. Okay, I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna shoot for that some bitch up there.
Those are definitely in there pretty damn tight. think.
You in your bar?
Uh-oh. Went down the old pipe.
dude. I can't tell where the hell I am even. Oh, fuck, dude, that's too heavy. You missed the me getting my finger cut off story, doing what he was doing a minute ago.
Tell us.
There's not much to be told. Getting in a hurry.
All right, guys, sorry, I got machines running in the background, but we got this engine out of the truck. There's a turbo that you guys can't see yet, but we got the engine out of the truck. We're gonna go ahead and take all the things that we need for this engine, and we're gonna start taking this off and start putting it on that engine. Oh, actually, I'm gonna take it off. We're gonna get it all cleaned up, and then we're gonna start transferring it over to this engine over here. So I got most of the wiring harness off. Actually, I got all the wiring harness off. A few things that I'm gonna need from these coolant lines, and the alternator I got off. I am gonna be using the alternator and the starter and the wiring harness and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try and get that all cleaned up. And then, sorry, this is recycling right now, but I got the wiring harness and the starter here, and I'm gonna clean all that up so it looks nice on the new engine. All right, guys. Right now I'm just trying to get the engine bay all cleaned out now, so that it'll be nice and clean for the new engine. I want to make it look as best as I can. So I'm just basically going in here with this pressure washer right here. I'm spraying out the inside. I got a little bit of degreaser I'm spraying in there, and I got the transmission covered up, and I'm just spraying the crap out of it, trying to get it as clean as I can. So yeah, I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. Hey guys, now we're gonna start putting the engine in the truck. I got Dustin and Chad helping me tonight put the engine in. I'm on my way to O'Reilly right now to get a few parts that I need, like coolant and stuff like that. So I'm on my way to get some stuff from O'Reilly, and I'll see you guys back at the shop. Okay, so we got the engine all mounted in there. We're trying to do these engine mounts right now. And we had a freaking bolt get stuck in here, so we were like, oh, we must have this in all cockeyed or something. So we ran a tap in there. An hour later, we run a tap in there, and now it's fine. The bolt's finally going in. So we have that going on right now. All right, we got everything we needed bolted on to bolt the engine to the transmission in the front. Now we lifted it up so we can get the bolts in the back, and we've got some of them started obviously, but we're just gonna tighten these now.
See, yeah, that'd have been smart if we would have put a mark.
Oh yeah,
on the flex plate, because then we could have just roll a flex plate till those two lined up, and then.
Oh yeah. Alright guys, it's actually the next morning now. I'm heading into the shop to finish up the truck. Last night we got the engine. It kind of took us a little bit longer than we were expecting, because when we were putting the engine in, I had to buy new engine mounts, so I had to run to the auto parts store a couple of times. I had to buy new engine mounts, and they didn't really fit that good, but we got them to work. And then one of the engine mount bolts, or the holes on one of the engine mounts, was all jacked up, so we had to end up tapping that, and that was a pain. You guys know how that is. So Anyways, we got the engine in and bolted up to the transmission and bolted up on the engine mounts, and now we just got to bolt on all the accessories and everything like that. So after we get all that done, then we're gonna tow it up to Salt Lake, and they're gonna help me build the turbo kit for it. So all right, we're back at the shop. Another cool thing I forgot to show you guys is this piece right here basically deletes that whole fuel filter. So it cleans all that up because you don't need it if you have a fast fuel system. So that deletes that and makes this just look 10 times nicer. So anyways, we're gonna start mounting everything up. We gotta mount the wiring harness on. This power steering pump is bad, so I got a new power steering pump over there. And then we're gonna keep going on it. So yeah. Okay, we got our valve cover off, and I'm gonna put the oil in from right here. That way all my rockers can get nice and oiled, and everything can just kind of flow down through the motor and get oiled. Got my oil right here, and we're gonna start putting the oil in. I got the injector harness on, I got the valve cover back on, and it's ready to stay on for good now. I blocked off these holes so nothing falls in it for now. I got the starter all wired up and everything, and now we are going to start doing the power steering pump and all the rest of the stuff back there. And yeah. Alright guys, we just went and got some lunch. Another little update. We got that bolted on, not all the way yet, and now we're starting to get the wiring harness bolted all on. The ECM's bolted on, and we're plugging sensors in, and I gotta do a little bit of, I gotta come and sand some of this paint off under here so that I can get, so I can put the ground to there and it has a good connection. Then I'm gonna get the CP3 pump on, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, so I had a little problem here. The factory bolts for this intake do not go in there, as you can see. So I had to run to O'Reilly again, or not O'Reilly, I actually went to Ace, and I got me some studs and some nuts that I can put on there. So now I can put these in and then put that on, and now it should fit pretty good. And then I can put just the factory ones in this. All right, there's a lot of stuff that I've done now. Obviously, I got the first turbo mounted in there. It's just kind of mocked up in there because I'm actually going to be sending it up, and they're going to be building me a turbo kit. for these turbos. Anyways, I got the CP3 on. I don't know if I've showed that yet. I got the CP3 on, got the belt all in. I changed the power steering pump now. And yeah, she's about ready. All I gotta do is basically bolt this front end back on, and she's ready to get put on the trailer. All right, you're not gonna believe what happened. We tried to start her up for the first time. Yeah, no good. Well, we thought it was something bad, but it turns out we just forgot to put the plug in right here. So we're gonna have to block that off to start it off right now, to start it up right now. But that's good that it's not nothing terrible. It had me freaking scared to death. So we got Dustin welding up a fitting for us so that we can get her started tonight. Guess that'll do, huh? She's blocked off. All right, we got the oil leak fixed with the plug Dustin welded. Now we're gonna fire her up. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it a night. It's like 11:30, 12 at night now. And we got this all bolted together now. We got everything running. Everything runs good, and it's good for now until we get the turbo kit put on it. So now I'm gonna be sending it up north, and they're gonna be helping me put the turbo kit on this. And we're gonna have a 106 millimeter right here with this turbo. So anyways, everything sounds good, runs good, and everything went pretty good. So thank you guys so much for watching. The next video will be dynoing this thing, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for everything you guys do that you've supported me with so far. Please remember to subscribe and like, and help me grow bigger. I'm going to be doing this stuff all the time, and this is just the start. So thank you guys.